So I'm just going to be doing a quick beam shot video of the P17 Defender from Acebeam. I'm going to go straight to high. Oh man, hope somebody back there. So I know it's been quite some time since I've done a review, probably like 6-7 months. But last month was actually my birthday, so a good friend of mine got me one of the newer Acebeam lights that came out. This is the Acebeam Defender P17. So this light kind of follows a very popular interface with a dual switch on the back. A lot of Claris lights are like that, Phoenix lights are like that, and some Acebeams, newer Acebeams are like that as well. I do like the fact that it has instant strobe, and it does come with a 21700. This is obviously not the first time I've opened this thing. Kind of sealed it back up just for you guys. There's a seal right here where you just break that, open it up. Warranty card. User manual. So the maximum output is 4,900 lumens with the intensity of around 49,000 candela. Light itself, obviously I put that back on there. Take that off. Anti-reflective mineral coated lens, orange peel reflector. Now, as you guys can tell, the back threads for the tail cap are not anodized, so you can't lock this flashlight out by just unscrewing the back. So this is one of the things I don't like about integrated charge systems. As you guys can tell here, this is a USB-C. And I never liked integrated charge systems in batteries because typically they're about 1 to 2 millimeters longer than a standard 21700. So a lot of times these won't even fit in the 21700 charger, as it doesn't in mine. This battery does not fit in my 21700 charger. I do have to charge this thing with the integrated system. So here's the back of the tail cap. As you can see, it's nice and bent. Factory from Acebeam. I don't think they meant to do this, but this light does pull a lot of current, so there could be cause for concern. Because this light pulls a huge amount of current, you would kind of want this to be flush with the cell, but I think it's probably fine. So as expected, Acebeam's build quality is very good. It's very similar to what Sunwayman used to be years ago. Do you guys remember Sunwayman? They just kind of fell off the face of the earth. But Sunwayman was a really cool flashlight company. A lot of their anodizing and a lot of their machining actually looked fantastic. And Acebeam's kind of taken the place of that, I noticed. A lot of their lights actually look incredible. So this is a pretty new LED from Korea Industries. It's an XHP70 Gen 3, and I'm assuming because it's de-domed, it's an HI. So the maximum output is 4,900 lumens, and the intensity is about 49,000 candela. So I do think it's good that they use an HI instead of an HD. HD will typically give you more output, but less intensity. So definitely glad they used an HI in this instead. As you guys can see, it is an orange peel reflector. There are multiple different ways to make a reflector. You have orange peel, you have smooth, you have TIR, and then you have aspherical lenses. So orange peel is really good for smoothing out some of the imperfections that may be caused in the beam itself. Some of the accessories that it comes with, pretty standard. You have a couple of O-rings here, USB Type-C for charging the cell itself, which is good that they come with that because, like I said, some chargers don't actually take this battery. It's too big. Silica gel. So I'm sure some of you are going to be wanting the dimensions of this light. So the size is 147 millimeters, the head is 41 millimeters, and the tube is 26. Weight is 227 grams or 8 ounces with the battery installed, and then it's 154 grams or 5.4 ounces without the battery. Alright, so for the user interface for this light, it's actually pretty simple once you figure it out. It took me a long time because I don't like reading instructions. So you have a forward tack switch and a secondary switch. And all you do is you hold down the secondary switch for 3 seconds. Well, let's turn it sideways. For 3 seconds. And then you tap or click the tactical forward switch, and it will enter a breathing mode. So at that point, you just tap the tactical switch, and it will cycle between 3 modes: daily, tac 1, and tac 2. So you have strobe, SOS, and high mode. So we're going to start off on the strobe mode and release the secondary switch. So now you can see on the strobe mode, which does have mode memory, you have low, medium, high, turbo. So it cycles from low, medium, high, turbo. And now the secondary switch will always be strobe mode. And you click it, and it memorizes the last mode you use. So low, medium, high, turbo, and that's essentially what the strobe mode is. So now we're going to hold down the secondary switch for 3 seconds, and then tap at the forward tactical switch. It will enter breathing mode, and you just tap it again, and then we're going to go to SOS. There's SOS, so you just release the secondary switch, and as you can see on SOS, it does also have mode memory on any of these modes. Same as the strobe mode. Low, medium, high, turbo. So when you click it, low, medium, high, turbo, and it just cycles. And at that point, now your secondary switch will always go off on moonlight mode.
So now your secondary switch is always moonlight mode. All right, so now we're going to hold down the secondary switch for 3 seconds and tap this. It will enter breathing mode, and you just do it again. Strobe, SOS, and that's the high mode. So now you just release on high, so now your light is on, well, whatever mode that is. And it does not have mode memory on this one, so it will cycle from high, medium, and low instead of low, medium, high. And there is no turbo mode on this one. But the secondary switch will always come in high mode. So now you have the secondary switch being high mode. And you just click it, and of course it goes from high, medium, low. Whoops, sorry. And then, like I say, it does not have mode memory on this one, so when you click it, it will always go back into high mode. So essentially, every time you turn this light on with the forward tack switch, it will always come in on high mode, and the secondary switch is also always high mode. So the strobe mode and the high mode on the memory, I don't know if that's tack 1 and tack 2, I have no idea. But essentially, this light is very law enforcement friendly. So if you're in law enforcement, this is a great light because now you can choose the interface on which you want to memorize, essentially. So this could be a good primary light or secondary light for law enforcement. So very law enforcement friendly. So that is basically the user interface for the P17 Defender. Whoops. Seems a lot more confusing than it actually is. I don't like reading instructions. That's why it took me so long. So yeah, I want to show you how it looked. So we'll take this thing outside also to do a couple of quick beam shot videos, and that's about it. So that's the Acebeam Defender P17.